Daniel, see, I know that there are other challenges we have in Africa. Okay, reading is a big one. Okay, but I also want you to talk about any other challenges you see us facing in Africa. What other big challenges do you see us in Africa facing as we try to develop our continent?
Wow, that is really a deep question that have been of utmost concern to me and my tribe at the same time. Tribe in the sense of people like Max and other of my tribe members. These are things that real concern.
I see. I ask this question to everybody I have on this podcast, and I ask Abel, yeah. So he's a member of your tribe. So yeah.
Sure, amazing. Yeah, and it really is not easy, to be frank, because even though we are not out there yet, out of the country per se, but already we know what is not and what should be already. Due to that, there is not much enabling environment. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear now. Although I lost you for a few seconds, but yeah, we're back.
Okay, all right. So there is not an enabling environment for people to thrive. So at this point in the digital space, where the world is going digital at a high rate, over here in Nigeria, we are still somewhat struggling for data. So you have online meeting, online conferences, even if it's free, but people are like, oh, I don't have data, 5 MB, 10 MB. Data over here is in megabytes. You have to subscribe in this tiny byte to have, stuff. And some are still struggling with basic things as this. So they feel it's okay to not to have data, but it's not. Data should not be an issue at all in any country, but it's a serious challenge here to many. And also apart from that, even though we try to help people to think outside the formal school setting, but at the same time too, the school setting in Africa really plays a long role to why we are still where we are today.
Yeah.
Because our course curriculum, what we study, is still archaic. There is no advancement, there is not improvement. The same notepad, the same handouts that some of our fathers used 10 to 15 years ago in the university are still the same thing that is still there, no improvements.
Yeah. Even
in the range of courses, people are just kind of limited to certain kind of course. So if it's not accounting, it has to be economics or mechanical engineering or medicine, or law. These are the probably 10 major courses that, we are limited to. Meanwhile, there is so many range of options. I was telling someone that if I could rewind back time, okay, the course I studied might not be what I'm going to study, even though I did the course so well because I had to. But my choice was limited because that was all the school could offer. This is what we do.
Yeah.
So these are some of the issues that we face. We've seen people who have nothing to do with things like law, studying law, because that is all they could reach. People who are creatives, who should do so well in other fields, have to just force themselves to learn what the system is offering them to learn. Meanwhile, they don't end up being fulfilled and all that. So these are some of the factors in Africa that is really taking us back. But I will all link everything to still the knowledge factor, because if people would get knowledge, they would develop persistence, right? To keep on pushing, despite the existing feedback we are getting. Because we're not the first to be here. There are many that have been here and have gone ahead. Even you as an example, you were once in these shoes, but look at it, right? So you have to keep pushing it. Yes, it's not for us to express resistance, Once you have knowledge and you are deliberate as to what you want, you have the willpower to keep on pushing against all odds.
Yeah.
I just as we did to have this meeting, you know, we know what happened.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
for us to be here. But you know, because of the willpower pushing till this happened. So that ability to push is what most of them are lacking because they don't see the need to. They don't go for knowledge. But when they start reading and you know, see others, right? They watch videos on YouTube, they are reading biographies, watching documentaries. It just what is the mind that okay, I'm lacking mind. And where I am is not normal. I have to do something extra to be ahead. And that is where everything will start playing into being. Those who don't have data would go out of their way to subscribe, to get it, and to use it effectively, right? So they now grow their finance and data won't be an issue on their part again. Those who don't have a good phone would press towards it and ensure that they get one because of what they have in mind. And as time goes on, all these basic little problems will be taken care of naturally, even while they are still over here in Nigeria and are thinking at the global space entirely. So for example, now, I'm bringing it over to my space now. When I was starting out in the digital space, there was so many limitations here and there. Now, even though I'm yet to even launch my brand, but so far I work with international brands, you know, some in UK, some in US, right from my base here. I don't have to tell them that, okay, there was no light, so we couldn't get this done, or there was no data. You know, I just try to create a system that takes care of all these things. But if I haven't been exposing myself to knowledge, to read books by Brian Tracy, books like No Excuses, I wouldn't have been thinking that way. I'll be like, I'll keep on blaming circumstances. I'll keep on blaming the government. I'll keep on blaming the schools. I was even blame God, blame my friends, keep on playing the blame game. Okay, but this knowledge by playing the blame game, you have to take full duty of all your action and give yourself the right mindset. So these are things that we see in the book. I think people would expose themselves to. No matter what the is here in Nigeria, they will strive and still go ahead.
Wow.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
I'm lost.
Yeah.
Or I lost him.
Yeah. No. We are here. Although we had some audio difficulties, but I get what you're saying. You see, yes, there are challenges. We all know, like you talk about. As we're doing this, we have challenges, data connectivity. Okay. Yes. But like you said, even with the challenges, if we continue pushing, and as individuals, if we continue working towards what we want, you see, it's important. Like you mentioned, you need to know what you want, and you need to be ready to push for it. See, one thing that we as individuals don't do, we don't focus. We go here, we run here, we run here, we run here. At the end of the day, we don't achieve anything. Okay, yes, we need to focus on one thing at a time, mainly because we have limited resources to focus on multiple things. So if somebody needs your image, if somebody needs a phone, like you mentioned, then the person needs to focus to get the phone before something else. Okay, yeah, it's very important. Now, you focus at the end of the from the middle of your talk, your comment, you focus on individual responsibility. Okay. See, I am on that bandwagon. Okay. Individual responsibility. See, we blame everybody around us for not achieving the things we want to achieve. Now, I'm not saying those people don't have some measure of responsibility, like the government. Okay, they have a measure of responsibility, but if I want something in my life, I need to own that thing totally. Okay, so that even if the people who should have created the circumstances to enable those things do not do their own job, yes, it will be harder for me, but then I still need to push. I still need to take responsibility to achieve that goal. And if you focus on it, if you first take the responsibility, somehow we'll find people around us who can help us achieve it. Okay. Yes. Unfortunately, it's hard. Okay. But if you read the story of the most successful people in the world, the people who created this world we live in today, this is the process they went through. Okay. The more we read about those accounts, those biography accounts of those who created, who achieved things that created, that built the world we live in today, we now understand, okay, so if I want to do something in Africa, yes, it's difficult. Yes, it's horrible, but I can't give up. I need to continue so that something will happen. I agree with you totally. You know, I agree with you totally.
Sure. Yes, because the thing is, right, in fact, the game becomes interesting when there is resistance. It will be boring if there's no resistance.
Oh yeah.
That's interesting. Against all odds, you did this. That is what made the story interesting. Against all odds, you're able to come through. So, in fact, to be frank, even though I complain, not complain, but the Nigerian issue at times don't get to my heart. But I've trained myself to, take charge of my atmosphere and not to give into it. But even at that, I'm still somehow happy that I'm here. Because if I were to be maybe in a more comfortable environment, maybe I might not be doing what I'm doing today. So there is still miracle in the messes. And it makes the stories interesting. Against all odds, I came from a nation that is still in the third world. We had issue with light, data, but I kept through, and now I'm here effecting global change, and I'm creating a system for others too to get same results. So it's where we are. But this come when we expose our mind to see that, look, nobody is responsible apart from us. We are the one to take full charge responsibility over our outcome. Nothing less, nothing more.
Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Fortunately, it will be hard to sell to most people. Okay, but we don't need most people to buy into this thinking for us to develop Africa. We need maybe 20%, 30%, maybe mostly up to 40%. Okay, buying into the idea at different levels. Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. All right.